Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are here. It is makeup inventory time. You know, we're going into 2022. It's the end of the year. We have to go through our makeup collection, catalog everything. For this video, we're going to be going through base products. So we are doing primers, setting sprays, concealer, foundation, powder. I decided to split them up into different categories. So there's going to be one for like cheek products, one for eye products, so on and so forth. This first one, we're going to start off with base products. Like I said, I've laid them all out. And I think it's only right to dive in with primers first. So this is the NYX Hydra Touch primer. I actually don't have very much left. It's somewhere down here. This is one of my all-time favorite primers. First of all, it kind of smells like Nivea men's aftershave balm, which is like comforting to me for some reason. But other than that, it is very smooth, very hydrating. If you have dry skin, you would love this primer. This is one that after a while I'll probably go ahead and repurchase after I try some more because I have my eye on a few primers. Moving on, this is the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. I'm actually pretty low on this one too. I've been really trying to focus on using up products as opposed to just like accumulating a bunch of one certain category and then having them forever. This is actually super beautiful. Let me go ahead, put a little bit on the back of my hand so I can show you guys because it is a nice oil, but it isn't overly oily. It doesn't make your face like slick. It's mostly just hydrating, and it has, I'm not sure if you guys can see here, but it has the tiniest bit of like micro shimmer. Not anything that's overly noticeable. It just makes your skin look really nice when the sun hits it. It's more of a sheen than anything else. Like I said, it sinks in super well and it doesn't leave your face like an oil slick or anything. Again, for dry skin you would love it, but I think even normal might enjoy this as well. Again, as you can see, I have a theme with my primers. I just like hydration in them. It's what I feel like looks best on my face as a base before I go in with anything else. This one is the No Problem Prime Essence from Touch in Soul. I actually think Touch in Soul has a lot of really beautiful primers. I've tried a bunch of them. Their Glassy Skin Balm is gorgeous. I had it, but I actually gave it to my sister so she could try it out, and now I miss it, and I'll probably go ahead and repurchase it again. This one is super thin and watery, but incredibly hydrating. It does feel like you're putting an extra essence on your face, but makeup goes on top of it. Just so smooth and flawless. This one, again, I probably have like a third of it left. And I'm a little sad that I'll be out of it soon. My last primer is actually a little travel size of this Tarte Base Tape. Again, another hydrating one. This one is actually very reminiscent of if you use the Too Faced Hangover RX. They are super similar, just that this base tape one is a little bit of a thinner texture, which I actually think is nicer. It does have a similar smell even, in that sort of a little bit of tropical thing going on, but this one is very nice. Again, it's a travel size. I don't have a lot left in here, but I always throw it in my bag if we're, you know, like staying at my in-laws for the weekend, or, you know, going on a little trip. Not that we've been going on many trips lately, but this is a super nice one. I could see myself getting the full size because I like it that much. I used to really like the Hangover RX, but this one is definitely better. After primer, usually it would be foundation, so let's go into that. First is this Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This is in the shade, what is it? Bamboo. As you know, Becca is no longer in existence, basically. This one is actually too dark for me. If you've seen my declutter, you know I actually decluttered this foundation. It's only still in my collection because I haven't found someone to give it to. basically, and I've kind of been keeping it around. I've used it a couple times, not really to do my makeup, but if I've needed to change the shade of something that I'm wearing that's a little bit too light, that's what I've been utilizing this for. But basically it's just kind of sitting there for now. The one kind of foundation type product that I'm really using at the moment is this Wet n Wild tinted hydrator. I have mine in the shade medium tan. It's actually the tiniest bit too light for me. I actually wish I'd gotten like a shade darker, but I wasn't sure since I was picking this out online. But this is such a nice product. It's really lightweight. I would say the coverage is sheer to light. It feels weightless on the skin, as a very natural finish. It's not overly dewy, doesn't slip and slide or anything. So this one is a very nice one. I'm glad to have it in my collection, and anytime I want something that's not just a concealer, then I will also go in with this. Now, two concealers, which is my actual most used base product. I'm going to start off with these two. I have two of the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealers. One is in the shade Medium Sand and the other one is Medium Golden. Medium Golden is the one that is my skin tone, or the tiniest bit darker. So I actually use this one as more of a corrector, and then this one I use it more as a brightening concealer, the lighter shade. This is a very nice product. I did try the original camo concealer, but it was too drying on my under eyes. It also dried super quickly, so you had to blend it out right away, at least in my experience, or it would get kind of stuck. With this one, you have more wiggle room and it doesn't accentuate my fine lines under my eyes or anything like that. And again, I use this on my face as well, and it blends in really nicely. Doesn't accentuate any dry patches or anything like that. So it's actually a beautiful concealer. I really like it. Now this, the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. Actually, I think my all-time favorite concealer. This one is in the shade Sand. I would say this shade is somewhere in between these two. It's just like the nicest natural, like everyday concealer that I always pop on if I want things to look nice and perfected and I don't really have to think about it at all. It has medium coverage, but you can build it up. What I do is let it dry for like a minute and then I blend it in, and it looks very smooth. Doesn't sink into my fine lines, doesn't emphasize any dryness. If I had to keep repurchasing just one concealer for forever at the moment, it would be this one. Of course, once you have your base done, you set it. So we're gonna go on to setting powders. First, let's start off with this one. Look how cute is it? It's super reflective though. I'm sorry. This is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder from Ciate London. I'm not sure if you can see, but I'm almost completely out of it. This is a gorgeous setting powder. It makes your under eye and your skin look super smooth. Doesn't emphasize any dryness. Sinks in well. It's not overly thick or powdery or makeup-y. It's just a beautiful powder. I've loved using it this year. Next, this is my newest powder purchase. This is the Beauty Bakery Flower Powder. It's in the Oat Translucent shade. This is quickly becoming a favorite, apart from the fact that the packaging is super cute, but the actual product, it's nice, it's smoothing, it's super brightening on my under eyes. Not in a bad way, but like in a really nice, smoothing, perfecting way. I thought it might be a little thick and heavy, because from Beauty Bakery I kind of get more of a kind of full coverage feel, but it's not. I usually use like a puff or a brush to put a little bit on my under eyes, just enough to set it, and it looks so good. Definitely would recommend. My last powder is this e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I actually haven't used this as much as I've used the other two, despite the fact that the Beauty Bakery one is a little bit newer to me. Not because it's bad or anything, it's actually a very nice powder from what I've tried so far. It has like the tiniest bit of a sheen, but it doesn't look like shiny or highlightery under your eyes or anything like that. It more just adds a nice luminescence that makes your under eyes look bright. It looks smooth, it's not overly drying, but I need to try it more before I have more concrete thoughts. These two I've used and I know that I love. This one I'm on the fence about. I need to try some more. And now the last two products, these are setting sprays. Let's go ahead and do this one. This is the In Beauty Project Power Up Dual Face Setting Mist. This one actually, if you could see, it's the kind that you have to like go ahead and shake because it separates. I actually haven't been using this on my face. I've been using this up as like the spray that I use on my brush when I'm picking up metallics and shimmers, because the mister on this is so bad. It just like, it's aggressive. It leaves water droplets all over your face. So sometimes it ruins your makeup, or you have to like wait a little bit, grab a sponge, dab it in, and I'm just not for that. So you can see I don't have a ton left. It's like all the way down here. It started off all the way up here at the beginning of the year. This is part of my project pan. I obviously didn't use it up. It's been nice for shimmers, but on the face, I definitely wouldn't use it again, and it wouldn't be a repurchase, because if I'm going to use something just to wet my brush, I can just get like a $3 e.l.f. setting spray, you know? And last but not least, this is the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. This is actually such a nice setting spray. I would put this up there amongst my favorites, like the MAC Fix Plus, because I don't necessarily use setting sprays or setting mists for longevity. I use them so that my face gets an extra dose of hydration to make things look less powdery if for some reason I get carried away. It's more of a perfecting hydrating step for me than it is a like setting longevity step, if that makes any sense. And this one, it has such a nice mister. It's a like continuous setting spray that is super fine and nice. I've been enjoying this one. You just like spray it on your face and it feels like refreshing. I was actually surprised at how much I really liked this product. So I would definitely recommend. I now want to try the Morphe one, the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, to see how it compares to this one, because I've never tried it before. Yeah, that's that for my face collection inventory. As you could see, we had 2 setting sprays, 3 powders, 3 concealers, 2 like foundation BB creams, and then 4 primers. That is our start off inventory now that we're going into 2022. It'll be interesting to see what comes in, what goes out. But anyways, yeah, look out for the rest of the inventory videos that are coming up soon. I'm going to see how I space them out. I might do an inventory video, then one of my regular videos, then another inventory, like collection video. We'll see how that goes. So to stay up to date, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of them. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave me a like. I hope you guys are having a great day and doing well. Until next time, bye.